Hi everyone and welcome to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. Here's a new build. It's an icon set, and if you were a builder and young and a builder of Lego sets back in the 80s, you will remember this set if you were into the space collection. This is the Blacktron Renegade. This is a reimagined set from the 80s and it looks fantastic. And this should be a fun build and a great way to get a little nostalgia and have some fun with this set. This set will look great when done. What we have is 8 numbered bags, as you can see here. And it's, if you like some nostalgia, this is definitely the set to give you nostalgia. It had a great following at the time, back in the 80s, and being reimagined now, everybody loves this new version of it. So there's your 8 bags, 2 manuals. One builds the main section and one builds the rover. And there's 3 minifigures included. And this set should be lots of fun. Lots of fun. So if you remember this set from the 80s, you built it originally back then. We're going to have some fun with this reimagined, brand new Blacktron. Just a recent release here. Lots of fun. It's set number 10355. It's 1,151 pieces, much larger than the original. 18 plus set, and it runs $99.99. Pretty reasonable value for the piece count. So let's get on this. Let's have some fun with it. Follow along with me. Let's have some fun. We'll stop after each bag, give you an update, show you if there's any issues, let you know if there's any issues or problems along the way. No stickers in this set. That's a wonderful thing. And great detail here. So let's have some fun with it. Follow along with me and let's get on it. See what we can do with this beautiful reimagined Blacktron set. Thank you so much for coming along. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. If you had this set from the 80s, you still have it. Did you enjoy building it back then? How about now? Have you purchased it and built it again? Let me know. It'd be great to hear from you. Thanks so much for coming along. Let's get on this. I'll be back up to bag 1 and give you a fresh update. Thanks so much. Hello everybody, welcome back to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. We're on to bag 2 of the Blacktron Renegade reimagined set from 1987. And this looks fantastic. If you're in the 80s and you built this set and you were a young builder at that time and you really loved this set, well, this is the reimagined, larger, more detailed set, and this looks fantastic so far. We have built through bag 1 the rover, and that's been reimagined. Really great detail on this. Really great detail. We have 2 minifigures that were built in the first bag. There they are. And here is the rover, looking great. Of course, the rover will attach to the main ship, which we will start building through bag 2 and moving forward through the rest of the bags. There's 8 bags total. And if you can see right there is the rover, right in the center. And that's going to be attached once we get the main ship done. But it looks fantastic. The rover looks great. Really nice detail, nice size. And tires look fantastic. The canopy opens. There's your driving position. You can see the instrumentation in there. Really great deal here. Really well done. Back here, more instrumentation for the laser up top. And this looks fantastic. Back end looks great. All the lighting looks good. Nice fit and finish on the pieces. Just fantastic so far. Great set. This would have been great to build back in the 80s when this set first was released, but this one looks great, and it's amazing what a few years can do. So that's where we're at so far. Bag 1 completes the rover, and we're moving on to the main ship. We will be back after bag 2 and give you a fresh update, show you how well this Renegade Blacktron is coming along, and we will be back after that. The set number is 10355, 1,151 pieces, and it runs $99.99, which for this set I think is a really great deal. It's an icon set. The quality here is just great. So let's get back to it, and we'll do bag 2, and we will be back after bag 2 and give you a fresh update. Thanks so much for coming along. I hope you're enjoying it so far. I certainly am. This is going to be a nice build. So let's get on to bag 2. I'll be back very shortly. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I'd love to hear from you if you built this set back in the 80s and you're reimagining it for yourself, and what you think of it so far. Thanks so much. We'll be back. Hi everybody, welcome back to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. We're moving on to bag number 3 on the Blacktron Renegade Reimagined set by Lego Icons. Set number 10355, 1,151 pieces, 18 plus set, and it runs $99.99. This is from the 80s, reimagined and much larger and much higher detail than the 80s set. If you remember that 80s set, it was a fun set. And here we are building into bag number 3. We changed manuals. Here is the manual right here for the ship itself. And here is the parts laid out. As you saw before, we built the rover, which attaches to the main ship. Here's the front section of the ship right here. We just built this with bag number 2. And as you can see, has wings. A lot of detail in this set, which is really nice. You see the attachment points back here. The canopy opens, and it has different hinge points like that. Minifigure can certainly go in there, no problem at all. And we have a laser shooter up front. This raises up. You can see the lighting and laser section up front. If you look closely in there, you can see a instrument panel for the front section and the rear section, and you have one over there as well. Really looks great. So that's the front section, which is right there. That's what we built, and you can see the 2 minifigures that'll go in there. So that's where we're at through bag 2. We built 2 more minifigures. These 2 are the same droid minifigures. So we have 4 total right now, and that's where we're at. So let's get on to the rest of it. We'll move on to bag 3 and hook up with the main manual, as you can see there, and then we will be back after bag number 3 and give you a fresh update and show you what section of this wonderful Renegade ship are we going to build next. It's coming up. Thank you so much for coming along with me. Thanks for watching. This is a great set, and one I've wanted for a while, and I know it's a very popular set as well. So there you have it. That's what we have so far. Appreciate you coming along. Thanks for watching, and thanks for following with me. It's going to be a lot of fun to finish this. We have 8 bags total, and we're moving on to bag 3. Thank you so much. We'll be back after bag 3 and give you a fresh update. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Blacktron Renegade build. This is a fun build. Here we are. We're approaching bag 4 now. We've completed the first 3 bags. Here's bag 4 laid out. Quite a large bag count this time. As you remember, we had the 4 minifigures, and we had the rover and the front section of the ship right there. Here's what we have through bag 3. It built up this huge grid with these little, what seem like trap doors, but they move up and down right here, right there. And this is the grid for the ship. This is basically the chassis or bottom grid for the ship. Everything builds on top of this. And this will be, as you can see over here, it's going to be that entire middle section, the grid for the base for the entire middle section there. So that's where we're at so far. This has come together very nicely, no issues. So let's move on to bag number 4 and build up on this section and see where we end up. So I'll be back after bag 4 and give you a fresh update. And that's where we're at so far. Hope you're enjoying the build. It's a very interesting build so far. Very interesting. No stickers in this set, so that's a blessing in itself. And it's just looking real good so far. I love the black and yellow contrast. Looks fantastic on this Renegade ship. So we'll be back after bag 4, give you a final fresh update, and we'll go on from there. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Come along with me. We'll be back after bag number 4. Thanks. Hi everybody, welcome to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. We're back on the Blacktron Renegade set. We've now moved on to bag number 5. We've completed bag 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are completed. Here's bag 5. And we're moving on here. Here's what we have. Still the same base chassis here for the entire ship, but it's building up a lot more area here, as you can see. Coming along very, very well. No issues at all. And there we go. So that's where we're at so far. And from here we're going to be building upward and adding a lot of content on the top and sides. So that's where we're at. Coming together very nicely. Everything's fine. No issues at all. All the parts are great quality. Everything is here. No missing pieces so far. And going very, very well. Manual's excellent. These steps are very, very easy to follow. And it's just looking great so far. So that's where we're at after bag 4. Let's do bag 5. I'll be back and give you an update after bag 5. And then we'll move on to 6, 7, and 8 from there. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for coming along. And let's get going on bag 5 on this Renegade set. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back. We're back. Thanks for watching and coming back with me. We're on the Blacktron Renegade. We're moving on to bag number 6. We've completed bag number 5. We have 7 and 8 to go. Here's what we accomplished through bag 5. The main chassis is where we're still building, but you can see we built up a lot of assembly on top of the base chassis here for this Renegade ship. And you can see it's all built up there. Assembly's here. All that's gotten built up. So basically what we're doing is we're building upward from the main base itself. And you can see in here we have lights that were added. You can see the clips back here. We're going to be attaching additional modules there. So that's where we're at so far. Coming together very, very nicely. No issues at all. Everything is great. And what a good looking ship this is going to be too. Fairly large too. Nice looking large ship. And of course we had over here, you can see the 2 additional pieces. That's the front on the right, the front of the ship, and then we have the rover on the left, and of course the minifigures. So that's where we're at so far. This is bag 6 laid out and ready to go, and move on, get this one done, and I'm back with a fresh update when we get bag 6 finished. So that's where we're at so far. Hope you're enjoying the build. Let's keep going. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll be back. We're back with the Blacktron Renegade set. We're moving on to bag number 7. We completed bag number 6. Here's where we are. Here is bag 6. Laid out and ready to go. Here's what we have after bag 6. I'm sorry, it's bag 7 laid out. Here's what we have through bag 6 right here. So you can see it built up quite a bit. It doesn't look like it's changing much, but it is. There's a lot of additional build up here on the ship. This section went back here. This section actually has a top piece here that rotates these arms. And I'm not sure what those are yet. We will find out though. And here's where we are. There's a lot that got built up there. In the manual, it doesn't explain exactly what this is. They're saying something about fuel, but I'm not sure. They're not sure. But that carried over from the original one back in the 80s. And that's where we're at. Coming together really, really nicely. It looks great. It's a big, beautiful ship. And once we get it done, this section here is the front. And this back here, the front portion with the that handles 2 minifigures will attach right here. So that's where we're at so far. So hang with me. Let's get this finished, and we'll finish bag 7, come back, give you a final review, and then we'll move on to 8 and be back with the update and review, final review of the set at that point. So there you have it. There is the Renegade, building up very nicely. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for coming along. Hope you're enjoying the build. I certainly am. This is a real fun set to build, actually, and fairly simple. Fairly simple. It says it's rated for 18 plus, but I think younger teens, even maybe a little younger than that, could build this. It's not that difficult. Just have to pay attention to where you're at as you lay parts down, because it's fairly large. You can lose your place pretty easily. So that's where we're at. We'll be back up to bag 7 to give you an update, and then we'll move on to the final bag and be done. Thank you so much for coming along. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment if you're enjoying the build and you have this set. Please let me know. Love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll be back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. Here we are, the last bag of Blacktron Renegade, reimagined from the 80s, reliving from the 80s. Here it is. Bag 8 coming up. Here's the layout for bag 8. Of course, the previous pieces you remember. 3 minifigures and the robot. You got the rover, and you have the front section of the ship right there, which will be attached very shortly. Here is the build to this point through bag 7. And you can see the engines are installed in the back. Built up the entire top section. Looking really, really good. Looking fantastic. This is a great looking ship. And I hope you can see kind of the details here. They're really great detail. A lot of fun to build. And not difficult to build. Just a lot of pieces. Moving into a lot of sections. And there you have it. As we turn this, you can see the engines in the back. Right here. Just a great looking set. Real good looking set. So that's where we're at through bag 7. Let's move on to the final bag, number 8. And then we will give you a final update once this is complete and a full review. And we will be done with this set. What a great looking set, though. This is a fantastic. No wonder this was reimagined. Well, Lego went back to this and reimagined it and made it a lot better from the original back in the 80s. It's really that great looking. A lot of fun to build, too. A lot of fun. Hope you come along with me, enjoyed the build along with me as we went through it, and we will be back up to bag 8 and give you the final update and review, and we'll be done with the set. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back very shortly with the final update and review. Thanks. Hey everybody, welcome back to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. Well, here it is, the completion of the Blacktron Renegade ship. 8 bags made this ship. It's a reimagined ship from 1987, where there's a lot of customization you can do to this ship. You can change modules. It's a modular type build, and you can change position of different modules and make it the ship that personalizes for you. So here's what we have. Set number 10355. It's an 18 plus set, although I do think younger people could build this. It's 1,151 pieces. It's an icon set, and it runs $99.99, which for the piece count, the brick count, is not bad at all. 2 manuals are included. You have the manual that builds the robot droid there, the front of the ship. This is the front module that attaches. The rover that attaches to the center and can be released from the ship via levers. And then you have the main ship built in this manual, which is a little bit larger. Here's what you have. You have a 2-man cockpit where you can store, put 2 of the 3 minifigure droids inside. This lifts in different positions. And you can see the droids right here with their control panels. Each one has control panels deep down inside there. The rear droid has panels on both sides, and then of course the front one has this main panel. These wings detach. I shouldn't say detach, but they do come loose. And then you have the rest of the ship behind. You have two side ships right here that come out. The rover stores in the center, and then there's a release section right there with the red right here. This shifts back and forth to release. There's levers that release the rover, which is right here, from the center of the ship. That's on wheels, as I showed earlier in the updates. And then over here, you have each wing side of the ship. These are side ships that remove. They have their own separate wings that can be rotated, and engines. A really incredible build this was. Very incredible build. And then these store on the side. As we turn this, you'll see the rear section here. The rover is holding me up here. The rover has its own lift also right here with a droid inside, as you can see. Here's the engines in the rear of the ship. Really an intricate, fun build here. You can see those arrows that shows the position of the levers as they release, and then the rover releases out the bottom, which is right there. And you have the robot droid right here. That was another one included in the build. Just a really great looking ship here. Let me get overhead here and you can see this a little bit better. Right there. It's a very large ship. This is 1.5 times larger than the original Renegade that was built in released in 1987. And this is a reimagined, larger version of it with a lot of detail. Just fantastic. There's your side ship on that side, and of course you have the one on this side. Just a lot of detail here. A very, very fun project to build this. I would strongly, highly recommend this, especially for the price. For $99.99, this is a really great deal, I think. I really think it is. This module detaches up front here. Just a great, great build. Highly recommend this to anybody that's into spacecraft. You can customize this, and being a reimagined from 1987 into this is fantastic. Good job on the design here. 2 manuals, as I said. The parts list is right here. Very easy to follow manual, no problems at all with that. Like I said, I think younger people could probably build this very easily. Not that difficult, really. So not too bad at all. There's your parts list. A truly fun build. There's your release on the rover out the bottom, and that's done with the, as you can see, the levers right there. And that's right there. Those release and the rover drops out. And that has its own seated droid inside. So, I would really recommend this set. It's a really great looking set, and it is worth your time to build. Just you're gonna need a little room to display this, so keep that in mind. And you can also customize it and have a lot of fun with it. So not only is it a great build and a great look as a standalone model, but it's also an excellent customizable, fun, playable set as well. So give this one a try. I think you'd enjoy it very much. I give this a solid 10 out of 10. It's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Really, really fun build. So thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the build. I certainly did. This was a lot of fun, and this is going to be a very displayable, fun set to have. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. If you have this set, or you remember it from '87 when it was first released, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. It was 6954 back then, and as you know now, it's 10355. So again, thank you so much. We'll be back with the next build very shortly, and I appreciate you coming along. Thanks a lot.